Everybody ready? Let's go. Okay, first and last name, spell that in title.
First name is Mike, M-I-K-E. Last name is Legoudes, L-E-G-O-U-D-E-S. I'm the fire marshal for the city of Conroe.
Do you guys have any idea about how it started?
We don't at this point. We just got in there and put it out. It's going to require an investigation, which is probably going to take quite a while.
We heard reports that there weren't anybody inside. Is that true?
All of the reports we've gotten indicate that nobody was there. The people that run the facility are here, and they tell us that the last employee left for the day about 4 p.m. The gates were also closed and locked when we arrived, so it looks good that nobody was inside, but we haven't been able to confirm that for sure yet.
How bad was this fire?
It's a big fire. This is the first fire of this size I've seen in a facility like this in my 14 years in Conroe, so it's pretty significant.
What was burning?
We don't know yet. This is a drill chemical company, which these kind of companies typically store a lot of hazardous materials. We actually received the call as an explosion in the area, actually several explosions, and it's possible that that could be a part of it, but we just don't know yet.
Is there any concern for the public safety as far as chemicals or anything like that?
At this point, that's looking good. We did put a 2-mile shelter-in-place order in. We're asking people to stay in their houses within that radius and also to turn their ACs off. We do have our hazardous materials teams down there who are monitoring the air quality. They haven't found anything concerning yet, but we do still have the shelter in place there for now.
Any idea for how long?
I don't know. That's going to be up to the incident commander, and I haven't actually spoken directly with him in quite a while.
Do you know where in the plant the fire started, or that it was an explosion first?
I actually don't know. These are two basically metal storage buildings. Each one of them is just under 10,000 square feet in size. They're separated by maybe 10 or 15 feet. So at this point, I really don't know where in there that this could have started.
We also saw that there's some of the grassy area just to the left of the facility that caught fire. Is it possible that that's where the fire could have started and then traveled to that facility? Or do you think it started at the facility and then grew out?
I couldn't speculate on this at that point.
Are both buildings completely at a loss?
I'm not sure about that either. I haven't actually been able to see them lately. One of them was pretty heavily involved when I arrived. The other one, I'm not sure about.
About what time did the fire start?
We received the call at 4:44 p.m. and our first units got here about 4:46.
So the owner, you said, told you guys that he left just before 4 o'clock today?
They told us that the last employee left for the day right around 4 o'clock.
So nobody was at the facility when the fire started?
That's what they're telling us. We haven't been able to verify that yet.
Have they been able to do a full sweep of the place to make sure no one was inside?
I don't think they've been able to get in there yet. Once they started putting water on the fire, they actually knocked it down pretty quickly and started making some pretty serious headway. It may be a little bit before we're actually able to get into the building. So,
explain to us what it takes to battle this type of fire. When there are present chemicals that are flammable, what does it take for your firefighters to approach and to get a plan of attack for this fire? Because we saw that you guys were kind of resisting it first.
It takes trying to figure out, knowing what you're dealing with, for one thing. We weren't sure at first what kind of chemicals were inside, if we were going to have secondary explosions. Things that make you not want to get real close, real fast. It takes a lot of people. It obviously takes a lot of water. And of course the heat doesn't help. The drought conditions don't help. And that may be why you saw some of the grass and woods fires that you saw. It was a defensive fire from the start, which means we're fighting it from the outside, mainly trying to keep it from spreading to adjacent property and buildings.
Do we know what kind of chemicals there were?
I don't know specifically.
And right now you're confident that there was no one inside or anybody hurt?
It looks like that there was nobody inside, but like I said, I can't say for sure, but all indications are that nobody was there.
Is that why you've set up what appears to be like a triage over here, just in case?
That's correct. In the initial stages, we really didn't know anything as far as whether or not somebody could possibly be inside. So it's better to bring those people out. That way, if we do need them, that they're here. Obviously, a very large response from a lot of different agencies.
Any idea what may have started this or what happened?
We really don't have any idea at this point. It's going to take actually getting in there and conducting an investigation, which we do on every fire that we have. This one here, it could take quite a while to make a determination.
And it looks like it's pretty much almost out.
It looks like they're making pretty good headway on it. I would say that they have it pretty well under control at this point.
So once the fire is out, where do you go from here?
We make sure that the area is safe to enter. We do that primarily through air monitoring. Once we determine that the area is safe, we'll start to allow the investigators to get in there and start to look around and see what they can find as far as where the fire started specifically, and any indications that we can get as far as what may have caused it.
Is the EPA involved? Is OSHA involved? What agencies are responding to this?
EPA has been notified. I don't know at this point if they're responding. Obviously, we've got some concerns about runoff with all the water that's been applied. So there is that concern. OSHA, I don't know. I don't know if they're around or going to be around.
Can you talk to us about the shelter in place that was issued earlier?
The shelter in place was issued for a 2-mile radius. We were asking people to stay inside their buildings and homes, shut down their air conditioning units. We do that as a precaution. Our hazmat teams are down there monitoring the air quality. They haven't found anything concerning at this point, but we do still have that in place as far as I know, just as a precaution.
Are there a lot of homes within 2 miles of this, or are you just talking specifically to mostly businesses?
It's mostly businesses. This side of town isn't as heavily built out and populated as other parts of town, so most of what's around here is commercial. There is some residential, but it's not like it is in other areas of town.
Have there been any other emergency calls from this plant before in recent history, I guess?
No, I can't think of any. These buildings were constructed in 2007 or 2008. They were originally an insulation company. This company moved in, I'm just estimating, a year or two ago. They passed all of their inspections when they did that, and we haven't had any issues with them since that time.
Have you been in touch with the owner?
The owner is here. I've not been in touch with him personally, but actually I don't know if it's the owner or not. There are representatives from the company here.
And we understand that this is just one of several locations that they have.
That I don't know about. Yeah. You're welcome.
Can I get your name?
My name is Mike.
Mike?
Last name is
M-I-K-E.
M-I-K-E-L-E-G-O-U-D-E-S.
How do you pronounce
Thank
that?
you.
Legoudes.
Legoudes.
Yes.